being okay with putting my feelings out there and expressing them as I feel them and speaking my truth about them instead of holding them back and maybe repressing them for maybe avoiding conflict or somebody else's comfort. I'm really working. Hello everybody and welcome back to Katie's Corner. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that I am intentionally focusing on this summer and really focusing on bringing into my life. A lot of these are habits that I've been working on prior to summer, but that I feel are really coming up and are really presenting themselves as things that I need to focus on in this season. And I just wanted to get out here and share them with you. I have been feeling really good about these habits and they've really been helping me feel a lot more aligned with my authentic self. So let's go ahead and get right into these 5 things that I'm focusing on this summer. The first thing I've really been focusing on bringing into my life this summer is a lot of nature therapy, of spending a lot of time outside in any form. I've really been enjoying going out at sunset. It's been so hot here, so it's super nice to go out when it's finally cooled down. I usually just either sit and watch the sunset, maybe read a book, or I'll walk around and take care of my garden if it needs to be watered or anything, and really just be present in nature and notice things around me, notice the way the leaves are moving with the wind, notice the little birds flying back and forth like between trees and over the top of my yard, and really just paying attention to everything and appreciating everything and being grateful for being able to have that experience. I feel like I'm especially grateful for watching the sunset in the evening. I feel like it really helps me get better sleep and brings me kind of into a more relaxed tone of my day. Instead of focusing so much on getting things done, it switches me over to kind of focusing on relaxing and taking some time for myself and listening to myself and what I need. So I've been trying to get in at least 15 to 30 minutes of nature therapy per day, hopefully more, but since it's been so hot, I usually would just go out in the mornings when I don't work, and then every evening to just get a little bit of time outside. Sometimes it can be really nice to get active outside. I really love waking up early enough to kind of enjoy the sunrise and maybe do some yoga or do some meditation and just rest into that nice, cool, and still morning energy. The next thing I've really been working on is staying active daily, whether that be going for a walk, going to the gym, just doing some yoga or some Pilates at home, or maybe taking a class. I just try to stay active in some form every day and get some form of exercise. I feel like this really helps me feel so aligned with my authentic self, and it really helps me thrive in that energy. So it's really essential for me to have a more active lifestyle. I feel like resting into that this summer has been really beneficial for me. I feel really excited to achieve my goals around fitness, and I just feel excited to be able to give my body what it needs, be able to move my body in ways that feel good and ways that challenge myself. Really just rest into gratitude for being able to do all these things and being able to move my body in these ways that help me feel so good and help me build my strength. And so I've really been working on that, even if it's just a little walk in the evening or a walk in the morning. I've really been focusing on adding some kind of activity in. The third thing that I've been doing is putting more time into doing the things that I love instead of focusing so much on always having to be working or always having to be doing something productive. I'm really working on appreciating my hobbies as something that's just as important as anything else, and putting aside time for them and actually following through with that. And I feel like that also has helped me to see that I can follow through for myself and trust myself when I say I'm going to do something. It has helped me build that discipline and that trust in myself that really helps me to keep achieving the goals that I set for myself and keep doing the things that I say I want to do and the things that I set intentions for. One of the things that I've really been loving is watercolor painting. I just got into it. I got a set for my birthday and it's been so much fun. I really like taking it outside in the evenings and just enjoying nature and painting, enjoying being in the present moment, and enjoying letting my creativity shine through and really funnel into what I'm doing, not really paying attention to how good the art is and really just letting my creativity flow and letting myself experiment with different painting styles. Another thing I've been putting a lot more time into is gardening and spending a lot of time in my garden, really focusing on it and making sure that all my plants can flourish and thrive. And it's been so much fun and the reward has been so good. I get to have fresh produce that I can just walk outside and pick from my garden, and I've absolutely always wanted to be able to have a garden of my own. We've always had some kind of plants like every summer, but it's never been enough to really actually have a supply of them. And this year we finally have a big enough garden to actually just go outside and grab some stuff for dinner or grab some stuff to make a quick breakfast. And I'm so excited and grateful for that, and I've really been spending a lot of time on that and dedicating that time, and it's really been paying off. We have felt so much more immensely aligned with my authentic self since putting more energy into each of these hobbies and trying new things, seeing which hobbies I enjoy. I feel like putting time aside for that, at least for me, is so essential, and that's another thing that I've really been working on. Another thing that I've been doing is reading daily, and I've really been trying to stick to this. It's been kind of like my relaxed time at the end of the day, and I really look forward to it, especially with going outside at sunset. I usually like to take a book with me and read for a little bit, and just enjoy nature around me as I read, and it just gives me a chance to get out of the house. It gives me a chance to read. This is what I'm reading right now, The Floating Girls by Lo Patrick, and I actually haven't started it yet, but I'm about to start it after I film this video. And I may keep you guys updated on that if it ends up being a good read, but I'm pretty excited to start it. I have really been focusing on reading more, and I've been getting through a lot more books, and I feel like it's just opening so many opportunities to create new thoughts and have new realizations as I read and absorb each of the stories and each of the lessons that the authors have really woven into the books. So, and I have been very grateful for this habit in the recent weeks. I really feel like I've stuck to this and I feel really good about it. The last thing that I'm really intentionally focusing on is journaling out my feelings and my emotions and really embracing vulnerability and being okay with putting my feelings out there and expressing them as I feel them and speaking my truth about them instead of holding them back and maybe repressing them for maybe avoiding conflict or somebody else's comfort. I'm really working on being able to speak about my emotions and what I'm feeling and not always feel like I'm burdening others with those emotions. I know all of my friends are more than happy to open that space for me when they can, so I really want to work on being able to rest into that when they give me that opportunity. And it's been like a weight has been lifted. I also have really been enjoying journaling out my feelings and sitting with my emotions when I feel them and experiencing them, and then writing, really journaling them out, really journaling out how I feel, why I'm feeling this way, and then maybe if I'm feeling up to it, what I can do to rest back into my authentic energy and really transmute these emotions and transmute these energies into maybe something that can be useful to me, something that I can learn, or some kind of lesson that is in these emotions, especially with fear. I find that journaling out fears can really show you areas that you need to work on and areas that you need to focus on. It has been really great for me, and it also has helped me calm down a lot faster and relax and actually feel valid and feel that I am worthy of having the feelings that I'm having. I also feel that journaling them out and getting comfortable with putting them on paper, getting comfortable with expressing them and putting them into words has really helped me have that same ability to speak and be vulnerable and let things flow out when I am speaking to my friends and speaking to my family. Another thing I've been reading, and something I recommend for really finding comfortability with emotions and being able to just experience those emotions without trying to run away or avoid them, is this book. It is on fear. I will leave it linked down below in the description. And this just is a collection of like observations and thoughts on how fear and dependence really affect our lives. It talks a lot about how when we are trying to run away from fear and we are putting so much energy into avoiding those fears, this allows fear to grow, and instead it alludes a lot to kind of standing in that fear and experiencing it and seeing what it is trying to tell us, is when we can really begin to understand and begin to release and free ourselves of these fears. And it leaves a lot of opportunities for self-reflection and your own observations, what fear really means to you and how it feels to you when you experience it. And yeah, so that's been one thing that's been helping me with really stepping into those emotions and being comfortable with feeling those emotions as well. And I wanted to just mention it very briefly. That is the last thing that I'm focusing on this summer. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below before you leave for more weekly content. If you would like to check out my other socials, I'll have them linked down below as well. Thank you all for staying to the video. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about the things that I'm focusing on, and I hope that you have the best of luck setting your own intentions this summer and deciding truly where your authentic self is wanting you to go and what decisions you are being guided towards. Other than that, I hope you all have a beautiful, productive day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!